Welcome Diecast fans, I'm Tom Spanners-Watson.
And I'm Frank the Yuri Gibbs.
And welcome to the special edition USA versus Germany.
Today we've got the qualifying round, and what we've got is Team USA will be racing amongst themselves to determine the order that they race in next week. And once they've completed their racing, it's time for Team Germany.
Each team also brought along their top mechanic, and for Team USA, that's Dale Brown.
That man's forgotten more about working on a V8 than most people will ever know.
So we're getting straight into the racing tonight. Normal point system for us, 6, 4, 2, 1, and 0 for DNF.
It looks like Clint's jumped out to quite a big lead already.
I wouldn't write the others off yet. They're only just leaving Bogan Alley.
Yeah, but look at them. They're going sideways.
Admittedly, Clint does have quite a good lead, but it looks like the others have sorted themselves out and started to get some power down. And here comes Mike around the outside trying a last-minute surge, but he can't quite get there.
Mike throwing a bit of a Hail Mary there. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him and Cal pipped him at the post. And then keep your eye on Brad right in the back there. He goes sideways and flips himself onto his lead.
Yeah, after Team USA crashed into the cameraman.
Hey, he's fine. He can walk it off.
So Clint with the early lead, Cal not far behind, but I feel like Brad's got a lot of work to do.
It's early days. I'm sure he'll get himself together.
So the drivers rotate around for race number 2 as we get underway. Clint leading them out again. Mike jumps into second place pretty early. Gives Clint a tap from behind, and that's put him on his lid.
Why is Mike playing dirty against his own teammates?
Not sure, but I'm sure that'll be a discussion in the changing room later. But Mike out to a big lead here. Brad in second place currently, and I'm not sure if Cal's Camaro managed to make it around Clint or not.
Oh, here come the two rear gunners crawling along, and somehow Cal got around Brad.
And it looked like Mike was solely responsible there for Clint's accident. Sent him on the wrong line into Bogan Alley and flipped him over.
I'm fully expecting they're going to have words after that. But for now, let's go down to Dale and hear what words of wisdom he's got for Clint.
Well, there's your problem. Your wheels is meant to be on the ground. Use the wrong way up, Clint.
Pretty insightful stuff there from Dale.
So Cal showing that consistency pays off as he and Mike currently share the lead on 8 points. Right, the drivers rotate around and we get ready for race number 3.
Let's hope the boys can keep it a bit cleaner this time around.
And it looks like Mike's going to lead them out of the tunnel. Brad tucks into second place and Clinton pushes Cal into the wall. And now Mike's lost concentration. He's gone sideways. Brad tries to go around the outside. Finally, Mike gets it back under control. Clint now making a push up the inside of Brad. Can he get around? Mike is going to take the win at maximum points. And then in second place, Clint managed to get around. And Cal's got around Brad as well.
Brad is definitely going to have to pull his finger if he wants to get up in the rankings in the team. I mean, he was a close second there, almost got into first, and somehow he ended up in last place.
As we go to the finish line, Cam, keep your eye on the background there. That's Cal coming in, and he rides up over Brad.
Ah, well, that definitely explains how he got in front if he's just going to drive over his teammates. Crikey.
Yeah, these guys really don't seem to understand they're on the same side.
Now, as we go to the leaderboard, Mike Brown takes the lead and Clint and Cal in second place on 10, so it's highly unlikely that Brad's going to get any higher than last place in the team, but maybe that's part of his strategy. Maybe he wants to race the slowest car of the Germans.
Well, Brad's making an early break here, but the other 3 drivers tuck right in on his bumper. Cal riding hard on Brad here, goes up the inside, gets around him, pushes Brad into the wall. Brad goes down, and it looks like the other 2 drivers may have been stuck.
Just a phenomenal drive there from Cal, albeit a little bit rough on his poor teammate.
Cal wanted that lead no matter who was in front of him, and poor old Brad paid the price there.
Well, most of the team did, because 3 of them didn't finish. Let's hear what Dale's got to say.
What in tarnation are you boys doing? You gotta stop lying down on the job if you want to beat the Germans.
Dale laying down some tough love there on the boys. But as we go to the final leaderboard, Cal will start in number 1 position, Mike Brown in second position, Clint Johnson in third, and Brad Jones ends up as Tailgun Charlie.
So plenty of action from Team USA. Up next, we've got Team Germany. Are they going to be able to do any better?
Well, German precision and all that, I've got high hopes for them. But by the same token, I still love myself some American muscle.
Pete's Farm delivers you the freshest and full of flavour peas on the market. No one else can give you the freshness, the tastiness, or the peeness. Pete's Farm's peas gives you delicious peeness in every mouthful.
All right, it's time for Team Germany to take to the track and show us what they've got.
The Germans have taken quite a different approach. They seem to have gone with shorter wheelbase cars, and they've gone for more of a rally-style vehicle for the bulk of the team.
Well, that may pay dividends for them in later races, but is it going to be enough early on?
Well, Heinrich Gruber certainly seems to think so, because he's there as the team mechanic and team leader.
So it's going to be the 2 VWs leading us out in this first lap. Hans driving the WRX edition of the VW Golf, and then we've got the Scirocco in the outside lane. And Jürgen in the BMW trying to force his way through, gets into the front with a very unconventional overtake. The other 3 drivers are set spinning, but they overtake him again. And now 3 of the drivers are reversing down the track.
Do you think they realise this is a race and not actually a precision driving demonstration? Oh my goodness!
I love that you said precision driving just as they slammed into the crowd.
This was one of the tightest groups into Bogan Alley. All 3 cars were bumper to bumper. But what was Jürgen doing there? What a ridiculous overtake. And then he reverses out of the corner, starts to spin himself around, overcooks it. That allowed the 2 V-dubs to get past him. And whilst Carl managed to hang on for the win, he also tried to take out the Ford Anglia over the finish line, which is a classic, plus a couple of spectators. And then Jürgen here, watch it from this angle, Jürgen gets spun around and he backs up and he almost runs right over the Bogan Baby.
Well, let's be honest, no one would be too sad if the Bogan Baby died, right?
Oh, absolutely, mate. I wasn't worried about that. I was just thinking of the damage he's going to do to that beautiful race car.
All right, so drivers rotate around. We've got Carl and Lucas leading us out this time. Jürgen and Hans in the back row. Still a pretty tight group as they head into Bogan Alley. And some more coordinated crashing there from the Germans. And Hans making a move from last place, and he slips right by into first place. A beautiful drive there, that VWRC edition, showing its speed. Oh, but he gets a little bit loose through Big Kahuna corner, but he gets it back under control, and he is going to take the maximum points. And then we've got Lucas in second place in the Audi, and that's the VW Scirocco of Carl coming in for third place.
Look how coordinated this is. All 3 of them pulled to the side and hit that barrier at exactly the same time. But unfortunately for Jürgen, he came off worst, flipping his classic BMW over. But what a brilliant bit of driving here from Hans, moving all the way from the back row to the front in a very well-timed piece of driving.
And he just finished with such a massive lead as well. That WRC version is super fast.
I also really enjoyed the air these guys got over the finish line. But let's go up to Jürgen and see what Heinrich's got to say.
You took the turn wrong. Drive better.
Well, pretty short and sweet advice there from Heinrich. Hans now moving out to a huge lead. Jürgen left well in the dust. 1 and a 0. Not a great start for him.
Well, certainly not so far, but he does have 2 front row starts coming up, so maybe he can make the most of it there.
Well, it's Lucas that's going to lead them out. Carl right on his tail pushes past Jürgen and the BMW. And Lucas keeping his nose very clean here. Gets out to a big lead over the rest of the field. The 2 V-dubs in behind, battling hard by the look of it. But it is going to be Lucas's race all the way. Whoa, but he starts to pinball down the track at the last minute. Then the 2 V-dubs, and then finally Jürgen. Whoa, he comes in way too hot there.
Lucas was running so well, but as he came into that final straight, he just started to pinball his way down the track. Then you got Carl and the Scirocco coming in second place, Hans in the Audi third, and Jürgen coming in way too hot right at the end there. Where was that pace at the start of the race?
Wow, you mentioned German precision. We got 3 drivers on 12 points, Jürgen on 2.
Well, let's just hope they don't end up in a 3-way tie after this race.
Well, the only way that's going to happen is if Jürgen wins and the other 3 crash out.
Gee, Spanish, you call me a jinx. What are you doing?
Oh, come on, how likely is that?
Well, Jürgen looks like he's making a break for it, mate. Heinrich obviously told him he needed to rattle his dags.
Whoa, he just got up on 2 wheels going into that corner. He is absolutely flying in that BMW, and he's just cracked out a 13.4 time.
Well, lucky for you, here come the other 3 drivers. Oh, crikey. Hans there losing it over the finish line.
That was a super impressive run there in the BMW from Jürgen. But can I just ask what Heinrich's up to?
It looks like he may be attempting to eat the Bogan Baby.
Well, there's no accounting for taste. But let's take a look at that final scoreboard. Well done, Hans. A great bit of driving there. You take first place, Lucas in second, closely followed by Carl, then finally Jürgen a long way back, but I think he's just tipped his hand, showing us that 13.4 time.
Well, it's certainly going to make next week's racing interesting as we race the first and the third places against each other, and then the second and fourth places against each other.
Well, Dale and Heinrich have got their work cut out for them as they do some final tweaks before next week's racing, but that's enough from us tonight. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Tom Spanners Watson. He's Frank the Guru Gibbs. We look forward to seeing you next time.